What is up, everybody? Patty Schnee here again today, back at it again with another video. And it is finally time for me to count down my top 10 favorite songs of 2019 from the rock and metal genre. Now, in my opinion, the rock scene saw a lot of good songs come out of this year, and I was introduced to a lot of new artists as well as pushed into a little bit more of a heavier taste as far as rock goes. I started listening to a lot more artists that were a lot heavier and used a lot more uncleans in their vocals, which that's kind of interesting. You will see that reflected in my list. Um, so without further ado, let's just get on into it. Coming in at my number 10 spot, we have the song Disguise by Motionless in White. Um, I would not call myself a fan of Motionless in White. In fact, I would probably go so far as to say that this is probably the only song I like by Motionless in White. I personally think that their new album was quite a bit overhyped, although this song I have no quarrels with. I absolutely love this song. And to date is probably the heaviest song that I listen to. It's probably the heaviest song on my playlist. Right from the get-go, it's got nice aggression and energy, and it just keeps you going. As well as I really like the theme, talking about getting past the mask that you wear each and every day, getting past your own disguise and the walls you put up around you to not get hurt by other people, as well as the bridge is awesome. I will not become the mask. That is not my fate, or something like that. Lyrics like that, and the breakdown is one of my favorite breakdowns of 2019. When he goes and just goes insane. This song is definitely a headbang worthy song. So yeah, that's my number 10 spot. Coming in at number 9, we have the song The Jester by Bad Flower. Now, I would call myself a fan of Bad Flower, but their new album is not good altogether. I only have about maybe 3 or 4 songs off of their album that I really liked, and that would probably be Promise Me, The Jester, Ghost, and I think that might be it. There might be one more. But those 3, which were pretty much the main singles off of their new album, are my favorites from them. Those are the most heartfelt songs. And The Jester is such a heartfelt song. It's so beautifully done, but it's also very fun to listen to. It's also got a lot of energy behind it. And if you watch the music video of this song, you will probably cry because it's so emotional, it's so heartfelt, so well done. And that's why I like this song so much. Coming in at number 8, we have the song Ludens by Bring Me the Horizon. I am not a fan of Bring Me the Horizon's new album, Ammo. It had a few good songs. The track closer, I Don't Know What to Say. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called I Don't Know What to Say. The track closer on that album I really liked, as well as I Vibe with Medicine. But overall, that album wasn't too amazing. But this single that they just dropped for the game Death Stranding called Ludens, I love so much. The breakdown is sick. It sees Bring Me the Horizon kind of experimenting with a little bit more of their heavier side, which is what they were popular for from the album Sempiternal. And I very much enjoy this song a lot. One of the main reasons I have this song on this list is because there's a very polarizing song. A lot of people did reactions to it because obviously you have that sneak up of the breakdown that nobody was expecting. So it's fun to watch people's reactions on that. And I actually, the first time I listened to it, didn't get that far. So I didn't even listen to it that far to listen to that breakdown. And then I heard about it and I was like, okay, I gotta check this out. So I did, and now it's on my list. So yeah, number 8 spot we have Ludens by Bring Me the Horizon. Coming in at the number 7 we have The Beaten Path by Our Last Night. One of my favorite bands, I'd have to say, Our Last Night. They basically dropped an album in 2019. They dropped 2 EPs. When you put them together, it's pretty much a full album of about 14 or 15 songs. The first EP I liked over the second EP, although the second EP had my favorite song on it, which is The Beaten Path. This song talks about just going through a lot and feeling like you're struggling and getting off of the beaten path. And I really like that. It really, I really relate to it a lot, especially This past semester, I had a really heavy semester with a lot of classes, probably my heaviest semester to date. Although I'm an art major, so I mean, I, I complain sometimes, but it's really not that bad. But it still was a lot for me. I was stressed, and this song helped me get past that. I really think it's very experimental. It's got a nice riff at the beginning, and I like the ding ding that kind of helps with it. And the vocals are on point throughout this entire song. I was listening to it yesterday while I was driving home from Tennessee because I went there for Christmas, and it just I love it. I just there's nothing else to say about how much I love this song. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the song P.S. Missing You by Sleeping with Sirens. This is a band that I only recently just got into, and it's a band that really surprised the heck out of me because I think leading up to their new album, I tried to listen to some of their old stuff and I wasn't really vibing with it that much. And it took me a while to even get used to Leave It All Behind off their new album. But the song Break Me Down and How It Feels to Be Lost, those two songs really hooked me. And then when I listened through the album, it's one of my favorite albums of the year, and this is my favorite song off of that album. Very heartfelt. I'm missing you. I'm missing you. I really like that hook at the beginning. That's really what pulls you into the song, and then it just gets real heavy real fast. It's a nice blend of dynamics with heaviness and heartfelt lyrics, as well as that bridge is so good, especially when he starts screaming, I'm missing you. He doesn't scream it like that. He screams it way better. Kellen Quinn has like a higher range, higher rasp, so he can do that. And sounds so good. Sounds so good. Coming in at my number 5 spot, we have the song Carry the Weight by We Came as Romans. This is also another artist that I just recently heard about. Actually, on my Spotify Wrapped, it's the new artist that they featured, that they said I listened to a lot. And it's true, I've been listening to them a lot. I would have to say, though, that this is a song that got me into them. The beginning part, ding, 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 ding. Carry the weight. That hook, that weird sounding hook at the beginning, is what really hooked me to the song. And then it goes break, and it just gets so heavy, and it stays heavy. When I first listened to it, I was like, man, I wish it didn't stay heavy the entire rest of the song, but it did. And then now I just love it. I love everything about it. I found out that it's in drop F. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that it's in drop F. That's super low. I never even knew there was such a thing as drop F. Obviously, you have, if you're using 7 or 8 string guitars, you can go super low. That's crazy low, but it works. It's so well done. My favorite part of the song is probably the bridge when he says, "In the blinding pain, you will be our sight. Through the darkest days, we will see your light," or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I already said that a few times in this video. Correct me if I'm wrong, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I am prone to mistakes. But anyways, I really like that. I like how the entire song is about struggling with things, and it's definitely written about their band member that just recently died, drug overdose. And I'm sorry, I forget his name. But anyways, so that it doesn't stay there, and it doesn't just question, is there solace in the struggle? It also says, through the blinding pain, you will be our sight in our darkest days. We will see your light. And I know for certain, I've read and I've watched on YouTube, some We Came as Romans are Christians, and it really speaks to me because I'm a Christian myself, and it makes me think, looking to God in those situations. But you can interpret it however you want. Coming in at number 4 spot, we have the song From the Ashes by Red. You better know that if my favorite band Red releases a song, it's most likely going to make my favorite songs of the year list. I don't want to be super biased, but this song is amazing. It's probably one of the most inspiring songs I've heard from Red, and I think it captures everything that I like. Well, captures. I think it captures everything I like about their sound. I kind of describe Red's sound as beautiful chaos. It has strings, and it's chaotic, and it's crazy at sometimes, but then in the end, it dissolves into these beautiful strings, and that's what I like. That's what I love about Red. And you get everything in this song. You get some of Michael Barnes' craziest screams in this song, and you also get some of his most vulnerable singing in this song, as well as it ends with some beautiful strings. And from the ashes we will rise. I love that lyric. Um, it's does a good job of being a song where it's rising up from something, but it's not cheesy in any way. They do it in a good way. So super inspiring. A lot of the songs that I like from this year have gotten me through a lot, and this is definitely one of them. It inspired me so much to just keep going, just to keep trucking. Um, anyways, coming in at my number 3 spot, we have the song Miles Apart by War of Ages. The way I found this song is I was listening to a lot of Wage War stuff for their new album, Pressure, and I was, trying to listen to that stuff, and I wasn't really vibing with it. But then I saw a song called Miles Apart, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I listened to it, I was like, this is great. And then I went to look for it again, and I was like, was that by Wage War? I was like, no, it's by War of Ages, not by Wage War. So they have some similar names, and I was like, I found a new artist, War of Ages, and they're a pretty heavy artist. I like some of their stuff, but this song really sticks out to me. Probably one of the first songs that I really like that uses full uncleans pretty much throughout the entire song. Um, but that intro, you can't get over it. The intro and the breakdown are absolutely amazing. The intro is just so iconic. If you've never heard this song, go check it out. And it's heavy most of the entire time. You get that breakdown that's just so unique. And then what I like a lot is the fact that this song kind of calms down, and you think it might be ending or whatever, but no, a shredding guitar solo comes in, and it's not a shredding guitar solo in the fact that it's just notes for notes' sake, but it's really creative and really well done. I wish I would dig in deeper and figure out what kind of scale they're using or, um, you know, what key they're even in, but it's so well done. One of my favorite guitar solos from the year, probably. I should probably learn it one of these days, but it's a pretty hard guitar solo to play. But, anyways, War of Ages, you guys made an amazing song here. And them being a Christian band obviously had a lot to do with me liking this song, although this song isn't just totally specifically Christian. Um, but yeah, that's my number 3rd spot. Coming in at number 2, we have the song Where the Skies End by one of my favorite bands, Starset. Um, Divisions was a mixed bag for me. I do like that album. It's grown on me a lot. I used to first listen through, I was like, what the heck is this? But now I'm warming up to it, and I can see the creativity and the differences that not Michael Barnes, that Dustin Bates really tried to do in experimentation. But this song, Where the Skies End, in my opinion, is just way above all the other tracks. Um, it's so interesting at the beginning, and it's so heavy. Just that riff that comes in is what makes it heavy, and it repeats a lot, but it's so ingenious. The simplicity of that riff that adds so much to the song. The lyrics are also something that hooked me to this song. The bridge lyrics, specifically. We left our chains, we left them below. We're all rising above, we were not born to stay low. Show me your strength, it's more than you know. You'll never know what you're made of until you set foot down the road. We knew this day was set long ago, but when the sharks smell the blood, they will all see it's their own. I love that. I love that idea of, but when the sharks smell the blood, they will all see it's their own. Because I feel like it's a kind of a critique on those people that attack others. But the truth is, people who are attacking others, the main reason could be because they're hurting themselves. And they may be smelling the blood and going after somebody, but in reality, they're not going after that person because they're smelling the other people's blood, they're smelling their own blood. It's so deep, it's so well done, and it's interesting because it's written from a perspective of a person who's the underdog, and it's such an inspirational song. I listened to it a lot before I raced during cross country season. And I could probably talk about this song forever. And the main reason I like it is because of the lyrics, although the lyrics and the instrumentals work together to make it an awesome song. So, that's my number 2 spot. And now it's time for my favorite song of 2019. This song got me through a lot. It was with me throughout the majority of 2019. And it really cemented my love for this artist even more. And that is the song Paralyzed by Eminence. Eminence has become one of my favorite artists of this year, mostly because of their new album Turn the Light On. Definitely one of my favorite albums of this year, maybe my favorite album. But Paralyzed just struck every chord with me. Um, it was it helped me during a time where I really felt paralyzed. You know, sometimes you just get in your head and you think too much, and the thoughts in your head, you're like, what is going on? And this song really chronicles that idea of just being stuck in your head and like feeling paralyzed in your own thoughts and your own anxieties and depression. And I remember listening to this one day when I was running, and I just really it just really hit me, and I could just really feel what it was talking about. And it's such an anxiety ridden song, but it just means so much to me. Um, and at the time I listened to this song, I wasn't listening to too many songs with fully unclean vocals. Um, but this song really cemented the unclean vocals in my listening. I don't know if that really makes sense, but this song was so good that it made unclean vocals good to me. And so now it kind of is the bridge to heavier stuff as I listen to heavier stuff. I still have standards, okay? I don't like screams just drowning out instrumentals, but this song did unclean screams in a great way. And that chorus is so good. Um, Tell me something about paradise, 'cause I can't help feeling paralyzed. Okay, I know I was off key there. But I really don't know what else to say. Oh, the breakdown obviously is amazing. I bet you can sense a theme here for my favorite rock/metal songs of the year. The breakdown is a big factor, and the breakdown in this song is another one of my favorite breakdowns of 2019. It's so good. Okay, I just gotta say, if you haven't heard this song, go check it out. As well as check out Turn the Light On by Eminence. I think they're a band that definitely deserves way more credit, especially from this latest album they dropped. I liked them before this album, but especially from this album, it is a masterpiece. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about them because I could honestly talk about them forever if I did. There's a fly here, that's why I'm kind of waving my hand. But I could talk about them forever if I kept talking. But that is my top 10 favorite metal/rock songs of 2019. If you have your list, put it down in the comments below, as well as as if you have checked out some new artists in 2019 that you think I should check out. Put them down in the comments because I'm all for checking out new artists. I really need to check out some new music because I've been kind of stuck lately. But anyways, once again, thank you so much for a great year of YouTube. Thank you for watching me. If you are subscribed to me, I'm I know I've kind of fallen off the rails as far as YouTube goes lately because I've been busy. But I'm gonna continue doing videos, and if you're subscribed to me, you will continue getting content. So I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.